Good afternoon, everyone. It's Joe Gleason from the Capitol Center for the Arts. It's Sunday, March 30th, and this is the end of week 36, and we're about to head into week 37 of construction. Things are moving along, and let's take our tour. Okay, we're standing outside of the new Bank of New Hampshire stage, looking at the marquee up above. It is not in yet, but all the structural steel is there. The front entryway has started to be framed out. You can see where the front windows will be for the Bank of New Hampshire micro branch. And then our entry doors over on this side, we'll have 3 doors going into the theater. And just to the left of this steel column will be a window for the box office, and we will have an attendant there, so you can walk up right on the sidewalk and purchase tickets or pick them up. And let's go inside. Okay. So first thing when we come into the lobby, if we take a look at this side, let me back up a little bit. So that partition wall there is the left side wall entry, and if you go through that door that will be here framed out, will be in the micro branch for Bank of New Hampshire. And it's not a very big space, but they will have a nice office in here. You'll be able to do your banking. So this will all get closed up here pretty soon. Let's come back out of the bank. From this spot, we will be in the vestibule of the lobby, and there'll be a set of doors somewhere in this vicinity that will get you out into the main lobby, which is where we are right now. To our left, you can see the doorway that's in there for the box office. This whole opening here gets a counter that's actually portable and can be split apart into 3 rolling sections. At least that's the current plan. We may change that before we're done. And then the rest of the space in there is the box office work area, offices, probably a work area for the on-site manager, whoever that may be, for the evening, and possible coat check area as well. If we come down the rest of the lobby way, heading towards the theater, ladies' room will be on the left, and we'll take a peek in there. Everything's been roughed in, drywall's in place. Heating, HVAC is all up there, ready to be finished off. All right, so we're now out in the upper lobby, and there'll be some water fountains there. To my right will be the kitchen and concession area, so there'll be a concession counter here. You'll order your food and drink. Inside we'll have standard kitchen equipment, refrigerators and freezers on that wall. Cooking line is on the back wall. Ice machine, and an exit out of the kitchen for staff. So let's poke our head back around this way. You can see the side entrance has been opened up. There'll be a set of double doors there into that vestibule area out here for the side entrance, and a staircase going up. We'll finish off the downstairs before we go up there. You can see the elevator shaft is taking shape. I believe the elevator equipment will be here next week, and that will be the entrance into the elevator on the first floor. This wall is not framed in yet, but these are 2 openings between where that column is. Sorry for the shakiness there. These 2 openings will be framed in a little bit smaller. There'll be a small wall here in front of this, encasing this column, and that's where the old ticket booth that was original to the theater will be displayed. When we come in this way, you can see a couple of door openings here. There's a double door on this side, and a longer 8-foot wide opening here, which will have a sliding door, and that's to get into our storage area, where we'll have portable bars, chairs, tables, etc. So this whole section is all storage, which is directly underneath the brand new balcony. So that's a good thing. If we were coming down into the theater, you would walk to the left, as I'm doing now, or behind me to the right, and you would go through a set of double doors. The frame is in place. Door's not installed yet, obviously. You'd walk in this little hallway. Balcony is directly overhead. It will be lit. And much like a movie theater, just walk down the side and you'll be into the main area. We're out from underneath the balcony at this point, which means when we're doing general admission shows with no seating on the floor, this is what it will look like. Pretty open, very open space. You can see the side wing wall here has been framed out, and that will hide the side of the stored seats. Remember, this is a retractable system. It fits in this space. It's only about 5 feet deep. So all 11 rows stack one on top of the other. And when we're not using the seats, this is where they live. And when we do want to use them, we put a little motorized control on there, and they just extend out. Takes about 20 minutes to get them set up and into position. So we can change over from a flat floor configuration into a fully seated configuration in pretty short order. Let's turn around and take a look at the balcony from here so you can see that a little better. And that's the new balcony front rail, and we'll take a look up there. It's all been framed up. The risers are in place. But let's turn around and take a look at what's going on today. This is Saturday, but we are working. They're putting the deck on for the new stage. The stage will be a wood deck, but underneath will be poured concrete. So this is out there to fill with concrete, and then we'll put a wood deck on top. Behind us, up where the dirt is, that will be poured slab, and then they'll frame the dressing rooms and the green room. All right, it's a little less noisy out here. This is our side stairwell. That wall will be framed in. We won't see that old window that's been boarded up with plywood. You'll come up the side stairwell if you want to get to the second floor lounge, unless you want the elevator. You would come up this wonderful new set of stairs, get a great view of downtown, the Capitol Commons building across the street, which you can't see through the plastic, and the parking garage that's directly across the street. So it's pretty easy to get yourself parked and into our building. Just have to walk across the street. We do have a small balcony out here, providing a little overhang for the side entrance, and that'll also have a nice little view. Okay, so now we're at the second floor. Let's take a look in the balcony. All right, standing up at the top of the balcony, just walked through the second floor, and this is the top row platform. Over to my right, there will be an emergency exit door in the corner, and then we'll have a row of what I think on this last row up here will be bar stools looking across. And then let's go into the center section. You can see there's going to be 4 rows of seats on the left on these main risers. There will be steps down. This front row where the plywood is, this is the lighting and audio control station area. So we'll have our staff there. And they're sitting down a foot lower than the row behind them. So if you're sitting here, you'll easily see over them. That plywood will be cut back a bit. That's extending up about a foot higher than it needs to be. And sorry for the noise, but we got to get the work done. That's the view from the second row of the balcony, looking towards the stage. So you can see it's going to be pretty spectacular. Sight lines up here. And the main floor down there is pretty sizable. We'll have a pretty good crowd. Nice general admission or seated capability depending on the show. So there you have it. That's this week's walkthrough, and we'll see you again soon. We plan on opening in June. First show is June 22nd. Oh, let me show you the rest of the second floor while we're here. It'll only take a few seconds. So we've been up here before. I'm standing right where the bar is going to be. If I look up, you can see it's been framed out for the recessed lighting. It's a really good space, wide open, a lot of room, wonderful new windows with a lot of light that comes in from Main Street. It's going to be fantastic sitting up here. This corner where I'm standing now is where we'll put a small cabaret stage. So we'll have a performer here, and look at all that space you get to hang out in, mill around, pull up a bar stool underneath the window. We'll have a drink rail all the way around the perimeter of the room. It's really, truly going to be a great space. And looking out at Main Street, it's a view that can't be beat. All right, that's it for this week.